Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Got more on trivia coming up, about an hour. But let me just say two words. Donald Trump. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, right there, you said more than...
Well, yeah, the first two words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're Donald Trump. Then there was a thought process after that. It's got to stop.
What are you doing?
Right? It's got to
There's no...
stop.
There is no one in his circle, maybe out on the ninth hole, the 11th hole.
Mm-hmm.
Don,
Hey,
come here a second.
how about we not attack our own?
Come here
How
a
about
second.
that?
Before you chip that up on the green, come here. What are you doing?
And just because other people are getting attention doesn't diminish you in any way. So just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yes.
You're plenty popular. You know it. People love you.
We can love both of you.
Right.
We can love both
Right.
of you.
Again, he's trying to launch a preemptive strike. He's trying to torch him. And in the process, he might burn down the whole party.
Yeah. And I think that Ron DeSantis is playing it very wisely by not saying
responding.
a word.
Right.
Yep.
Just worry about Florida. He's got Florida to worry about. I'm taking care of my state.
Yep. Yep. He went back to the Ron DeSanctimonious line yesterday. And then he accused media outlets like, owned by Murdoch and his family of colluding against him. Okay.
Okay.
News Corp, which is Fox, he wrote, the Wall Street Journal, and the no longer great New York Post bring back Cole. I don't know who Cole is, C-O-L. Maybe that's the managing editor. I don't know. Is all in for Governor Ron DeSanctimonious, an average Republican governor with great public relations. No. There's nothing average about Ron DeSantis, who didn't have to close up his state, but did, unlike other Republican governors.
Wait.
What? Wait. Did he ever? Was it ever? Maybe for a very, very short time?
Maybe when you said 15 days to flatten the curve.
Yeah, and
Mr.
let's also
President.
don't be playing that game.
Yeah, no
President
kidding.
Trump, because
When he did
you
it.
jumped all
Yeah.
over Brian Kemp in Georgia for trying to open up on April 22nd.
Right.
When you had said
Right.
previously, we're going to get this done before Easter, we're going to be back to normal. And that was April 12th. So don't go back and change history. Come on now.
Yeah, a little revisionism going on here.
Absolutely.
And by the way, you brought us the vaccine. Okay? You poured all kinds of governmental funds into getting, and I was in favor of that.
Absolutely. 100%.
But let's not rewrite history here. Wow. So he didn't have to close up his state, but did, unlike other Republican governors whose overall numbers for a Republican were just average, middle of the pack, including COVID, and who has the advantage of sunshine, where people from badly run states up north would go no matter who the governor was, just like I did.
All right.
Just like
And then
I
this,
did.
it's he came begging to me like a dog
Right.
thing. Ron came to me in desperate shape in 2017. He was politically dead, losing in a landslide to a very good agriculture commissioner,
Adam Putnam.
Putnam,
He's a good man.
who was loaded up with cash and great poll numbers. Ron had low approval, bad polls, no money, but he said if I would endorse him, he could win. I didn't know Adam, so I said, let's give it a shot, Ron. When I endorsed him, it was as though, to use a bad term, a nuclear weapon went off. Years later, they were the exact words that Adam Putnam used in describing Ron's endorsement. He said, I went from having it made with no competition to immediately getting absolutely clobbered after your endorsement. That's why the agriculture commissioner is a good man to Trump.
He is a good man.
Because he may be.
He is a good
but
guy. He's a Florida guy.
That's
I
all
like
it
Adam
takes
Putnam.
with Trump. That's all it takes. Say something nice about him, and
Yes.
he's yours.
And I did think he had a shot at being governor of Florida. I mean, he's that good of a guy in Florida.
And yet
No. Yeah.
I then got Ron by the star of the Democrat Party, Andrew Gillum, who was later revealed to be a crackhead, among other things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
By having two massive rallies with tens of thousands of people at each one. I also fixed his campaign, which had completely fallen apart. I was all in for Ron, and he beat Gillum, but after the race, then votes were being stolen by the corrupt election process in Broward County, and Ron was going down by 10,000 votes a day, along with the now Senator Rick Scott. I sent in the FBI and the U.S. attorneys, and the ballot theft immediately ended.
Well, we appreciate you doing your job, Mr. President.
Yeah. Just prior to them running out of votes necessary to win, I stopped his election from being stolen. Then he went on to accuse DeSantis of playing games. The fake news asks him if he's going to run if President Trump wins or runs. If President Trump runs, are you going to run? And he says, I'm only focused on the governor's race. I'm not looking into the future.
Fighting words.
So not.
It's insane, man.
So
it's
not.
Absolute insane, this reaction.
But
It's
Trump
over the
says,
top.
well, in terms of loyalty and class, that's really not the right answer. Wow. You talk about a guy with major insecurity. Sheesh. Put America first, Mr. Trump, and stop this madness.
Please.
Just stop. We've got so many problems right now. We've got so much division. We certainly don't need another division within the Republican Party as we head into 2024. We don't need this. In fact, we can't afford it. I mean,
Right.
this could cost dearly.
And
You've got a guy
already
who's
is.
skyrocketing, but he can't handle that. He just can't stand it. He can't abide it.
People are already dropping off the Trump train. In the Republican Party, they're saying, that they couldn't endorse him now. This is over. I mean, we can play it later or now, but Winsome Sears, the lieutenant governor of Virginia, is on record now. Yeah, saying I can't support him. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's.
Could you just take the high road once? Just once. Would be nice. Just take the high road on this thing and just be quiet. Make your announcement next week. Let's see what happens. No, he can't. He just can't. He's not capable of that.
And maybe you stay out of Georgia.
Oh, definitely want to stay out of Georgia.
Maybe stay out of Georgia.
Yeah, especially because, Raffensperger won big. They don't, that's not going to help at this point.
No, it would not.
In fact, it might dissuade people from coming out at this point for Herschel Walker.
Just a darn shame. It really is.
I know.
Because, he did such great things as president and really won us over. He won all of us over.
Absolutely.
Just calm down and do that again. Win us over with your actions. You don't have to attack people in your own party. There's enough attention to go around.
Especially from the guy who's, was arguably at the top now. I mean, that's why he's pissed, obviously. I get it. But, so what? We still love you. You're still doing your rallies. Everybody's showing up. Nobody's saying, I can't come see Donald Trump because I like Ron DeSantis.
Right. And as your poll showed, you're way ahead of him anyway. This
right.
This can't help. Punching downward can't help.
Right.
If you really have 71% of the vote in this poll, and DeSantis is at 10, the worst thing you can do is give him oxygen. Start talking about it.
Right.
It's the worst thing you could do.
And remember, it's thought that what really set him off might have been some backroom conversations that Ron DeSantis had with McCarthy and other GOP leaders. And I like this tweet from John Cardillo overnight. All of you criticizing others for talking to people like McCarthy, forget that Trump endorsed McCarthy twice, Mitt Romney once, Mitt Romney's niece twice, Lindsey Graham, kept McConnell's wife in a cabinet position, and hired the FBI director who has persecuted his supporters. So, I mean, if we're going to do this now, you want to have this argument and this discussion for the soul of the Republican Party in 2022 instead of waiting for 2024?
Yeah. You really don't want people talking about your past actions.
No kidding.
I mean, when you donated to Obama and Hillary and all of that stuff, come on. Just stop the madness.
Oh, of course I donated to Hillary. They all came begging to me like dogs.
Like a dog.
In New York.
Hey, by the way, happy Veterans Day to everybody who served.
Thank you.
Veterans Day, don't want to forget about the island of Spice, do we?
No, we do not.
No, and your incredible 18 hours of hell.
Operation Urgent Fury.
There. Right.
All right.
That's right. Veterans Day live stream to raise money for veterans causes starts at 2 p.m. Eastern today.
Yes.
Headed by Keith Malinak.
Yeah.
And his At the Mic program.
Yeah, youtube.com/atthemic with Keith. We're going to have quite a few veterans come in and tell their stories, and have the folks from you've got, I'm looking at you, Jeffy. I forgot to send your invite. I apologize. I see you over there protesting. We didn't make time for Jeff Fisher.
Well, because the invitation
hero.
was going to come in person, right?
Yeah,
You're
it's-
inviting him now.
No,
Okay.
sure. It's in the
yeah.
mail. It's check the mail room. Mighty Oaks Foundation and One Tribe, formerly 22 Kill. They're going to come in and talk about the programs
That's
that
awesome.
they offer to veterans, and we're just raising money.
The
And
awesome thing
100% is
about our audience, they've already started donating
yeah,
days ago.
already
awesome.
over
Thank
$1,000 with hardly any mention.
Right.
And so thank y'all so much.
Haven't even done the event yet.
Right,
So
right.
donate anytime. 100% of the money donated
100%.
goes to One Tribe and Mighty Oaks. You're going to split it evenly between the two, right?
Correct. Yep.
So the donation link is what?
It's givesendgo.com/veteransinneed. Givesendgo.com/veteransinneed.
All right. What's coming up football-wise this weekend? You got, does Missouri have Tennessee?
That's correct.
Tennessee week.
We're going to Rocky Top. So
A little scary.
they're going down.
Are they?
They're rocked.
Huh.
Yeah, they're rocked from Georgia, man.
Oh, okay.
They're licking their wounds. It's a good time to go in there. There's we could be a long afternoon.
The BYU
Rocky Top.
Cougars are 1-0 at Rocky Top, by the way. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, we've won in Rocky Top before. It's a good deal. We have.
Okay, fine.
Don't look at me like that.
Are
we
they
have.
unbeaten at Rocky Top? No,
Well,
they are not.
Well, we've played them more than one time. I mean, we're in the SEC.
I don't want to hear your excuses. You're
We're
either
not just an
unbeaten or you're not.
independent looking
Which
for
is it?
people to play.
So anyway, BYU has a bye this week. Where's Nebraska?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, they're going to. Are they in the big house? Yeah, they're at the big house.
Oh,
Going to Michigan.
yeah, it's a
They-
tough
this
one.
is
Could be
the-
a long afternoon there too.
This
Yeah.
is actually the biggest underdog that University of Nebraska has ever been. 30.5 points.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
wow. 30.5 points.
3:30 Eastern on ABC.
Yeah, in Tennessee and
Jeez.
Michigan, both two guys on those teams are looking to make their Heisman mark. They might make it this weekend.
Is Michigan unbeaten still?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah. What are they, fifth? Fourth?
Third.
Fifth? Third? Wow. Yeah, I haven't had as much interest in the
Really?
top 10 as I did at the beginning of the season. I'm not sure what happened, but I just kind of lost
You've been
interest.
busy with stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A lot going on, man.
Been busy with my high school team because they're 10-0 and in the state semifinals tonight against Missoula Sentinel, the two-time defending state champion Missoula Sentinel Spartans.
Oh.
So when your high school, Capital High, wins tonight, that's when we book.
That's when we all board a plane and head to Helena
All right.
for the championship game.
It's going to be fun.
And they might be in it. I mean, they beat Sentinel 40-6 during the
Yeah,
regular
they've beaten
season.
everyone that was in the playoffs already, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Virtually everybody. I think there's one or two they didn't play because they can't play everybody. But yeah, I mean they won every game, so
Have you
nobody's
seen?
scary to them.
Have you seen the weather
In
up
Helena?
there? Yeah.
No,
Guess what the
Cold?
temperature is right now? Right
10.
8. 8 degrees.
Wow, are you dumb?
That was way
Wow,
off.
are you
Yeah.
dumb?
Now-
2 whole degrees.
You call it double digits.
Now,
That's
What an idiot.
embarrassing.
So get this. So they're going to play today. All right. So the high temperature today is 26 degrees with an overnight low of 13.
Brr.
And then on Friday, when the championship game would likely be in
Like
Helena,
next week. Yeah. It's
a low of 3 with a high of 13 degrees.
jeez. Wow.
So we still catching that plane, boys?
Probably not. Probably not. But a fun game nonetheless. And it's really cool to be able to watch them, to watch the game
yeah.
because they stream all this stuff now. It's what an amazing time we live in, isn't it? It's incredible.
It is.
Also, the Texas State playoffs start today, so those are always fun and interesting. And we'll see how all the perennially powerful
Powerhouses,
do, like Katy and South Lake. Katy, every single year, I swear, every year is 10-0 when the regular season ends. And that's where they are again, 10-0. It's incredible. I don't know how they do that with 8 high schools in that
clearly
suburb.
Clearly
8!
They haven't played your...
No, they haven't played the Capitol High Bruins.
Thank you.
Because you know what would happen there.
I do.
Let me tell you about Rough Greens. When you have a dog, you want the best for your dog. Somehow they drill right into your heart. And so you want the best nutrition available. Plus, it's always nice when they like what you're feeding them. Now, Rough Greens isn't a dog food. It's a supplement you sprinkle on the dog's food to put back into it all the living things your dog needs. Vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, probiotics, all of that stuff that I have no idea what it does. I just know it's good for you. And it's good for your dog. So try it out with your dog. Almost all dogs I know love this stuff. I mean, really, they treat it like it's some sort of dog candy. And they just go nuts for it. My dog, Belle, wouldn't eat her food without it sprinkled on first. So if you want to find out which kind of dog you have, you can get a free bag of Rough Greens to try out because the folks at Rough Greens don't want you to waste your money. Get a free bag for your dog to try out for a couple of days. All you have to do is pay the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com, RUFF Greens, roughgreens.com, or 833-783-3364.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Not sure if you saw this from Joe Biden, but he was particularly eloquent. I think this was day before yesterday, making another the midterm speeches that he's out making, bragging about how well they did.
Yeah, this is the one where the speech where he said he was not going to do anything different.
Yes. Yes.
I've got a man.
Well, what would you do differently? Nothing. It's just everything's great. I mean, essentially, that's what he's saying. Yeah. Everything's great.
Yep.
The nerve, the gall of this guy. It's staggering.
It takes a while for the policies that I've
it just takes a while for the message to be related to the people. They just need to tell the people more how well they're doing.
And shame on us for being so dumb that we don't understand what he's saying.
Right. Yeah.
But he's so articulate when he does speak, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, and here's an example.
No, I'm just saying. I just found it interesting that Biden's being Biden's being an extremist.
Wow, that sounded familiar.
That's all, folks.
It's worse than Porky Pig.
It is.
Yeah.
A couple.
I'm sorry, that's not stuttering. That's not stuttering. That's a guy who loses his sense of direction every time he starts speaking. Not every time, but many times when he begins to speak.
Of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy. And the guys who are the kleptocracies.
Every so often you need to reboot.
Yep. So unlikable. The guy is such a miserable human being.
That's
What?
That particular speech, again, I noticed, if you notice, he had that sheet of paper in his hand. Mm-hmm. And that's because they gave him a specific list of who to talk to and who to call on.
Oh, and he bragged about that,
He
right?
did. He bragged about it.
Let's see.
Now, I've been given a list of 10 people that I'm supposed to call on. And you're all supposed to ask me one question, but I'm sure you'll ask me more.
They are freaking out in the background.
So let me start off with the list I've been given. Zeke Miller, Associated Press.
Why does he keep doing that,
I
too?
don't know.
Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know.
Call on the people who are on the list. Don't talk about the list.
I don't understand.
Call on the people who are on it.
Man, he is
so weird.
so bad at this.
I don't know why he thinks that's
I don't know.
good.
Yeah, I don't either.
So now we know, and I admit, I did not watch it. Shame on me.
What?
But the 10 people he called on, we know are the ones that the regime cleared for,
Right.
you know what I mean? That
Yes.
they're the ones. So
Yep. And he thinks that's important for Americans to understand.
Yeah.
I've got a list, and I'm going to go by it. Okay, I got 10 people on it, and I'm going to call on the people on the list. Okay? So let me call on the first person on the list because they're on the list, and they're first on that list.
One question.
That I was given one question, but you'll probably ask me more. Okay. So I just okayed it right there.
Okay.
For these people who are on a list.
All right.
Zeke Miller, are you in the room? And then, wait a minute, where's Jackie?
I want to thank all of you here, including bipartisan elected officials like Representative Governor, Senator Braun, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie. Are you here?
Jackie,
where's
no.
Jackie?
Dead.
I didn't think she
Jackie's dead.
was going to be here.
Yeah, she must not
awesome.
She must not be there
so
because
terrible.
she's dead.
She's dead. Bro.
It was bad enough. I mean, he has moved on from telling Chuck to stand up, who was handicapped in a wheelchair. Now we've moved on to dead people.
Now
That's
we're on the
awesome.
dead people. I can't. This guy.
I know. It's inconceivable. But
It truly is.
I don't know. I think a year ago, there were people in the back that were screaming, like, why is he doing this? No, stop. And now I just think they're just rolling their eyes like,
yeah, here he goes again.
Well,
whatever.
yeah, it doesn't.
Here he goes. Well, I mean, there's nothing they can do to stop it. He's not capable of stopping himself. Again, he has no governor. Once you start down the dementia road, one of the first things to go is that governor in your head that stops you from doing stupid things. He doesn't have that. And he's heading to the G20. That should be interesting. Going to the G20 on Monday, where he's going to sit down with President Xi. You know, he's traveled 17,000 miles with President Xi. Even the Washington Post has said, no, he hasn't.
No.
So hold on. This is going to be a disaster. I think the only question from the Xi meeting on Monday is, will they be, China, invading Taiwan before or after Air Force One gets back home?
Yeah.
Oh, they might not even. They're still on the tarmac, going down the runway.
First, he's going to be in Egypt, though, discussing green energy.
Good.
I guess.
Yes.
That's great.
Should be really good.
Oh man.
And then apparently Dwight from The Office, you know him? Mm-hmm. Rainn Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I hate it when they do this. You like the guy, you think he's funny, he was really good in the show you really like, and then they have to open their mouths about real life.
He's a big time lefty.
Big time lefty. Yeah. So he's changing his name.
Yeah, he made
Changed
a deal
his
about
name
this.
to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter
You have the video of
Wilson.
him?
I don't have a video.
Oh, yeah. He posted it on his.
Hold on. Rainfall, heat wave, extreme winter, Wilson. Okay, what was the video like?
Of him saying that, and he went
okay.
through other actors and actresses that he wanted to have change their name.
All right.
And then there's a website that he promoted that you go to and you can change your name.
Oh, okay.
On the website, and it's
How much it
It's all
cost?
about climate change.
It costs
and
$8.
It's agonizing.
Wow. Yeah, do you know what it costs?
No, I think it's
Does
free.
it cost anything?
No, I think it's free.
Oh, okay.
I think it's free.
Interesting.
It's interesting. There is a number you can call too. It's 888-900-3030.
And a website you can go to. So the Biden administration has announced, this is a surprise, when do we start doing this, giving hundreds of millions of dollars every week to Ukraine?
Well,
when did that begin?
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Last Friday when we left here, I don't know if it was this live show or overtime, but we commented, hey, they haven't given any money to Ukraine this week.
Right.
And then that afternoon, there was like $650 million that they gave.
I swear it's a
last
direct
week.
deposit
It was
at the end of
it was
every week.
unbelievable. I mean, I was like, I can't believe it.
Yep.
They just did it late. And then
Then
last
they did
night,
it again.
Then last night we got early. Yeah.
Joe, it's been 7 days. Where's my money?
$400 million more for Ukraine.
And he even said, right, Zelensky was even pissed that he wants more.
Well, yeah. You
How dare you only give me $400 million this week?
We're up to $19.3 billion, by the way.
Oh, I think
19.3.
we're way
that's
beyond
that's
that.
that- I mean, that's the official
that's
tally
BS,
that
though.
they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
But what's so
That's might be
disturbing?
cash.
They gave $40 billion in one fell swoop.
That might be
at one
might be
point.
just some sort of the weekly cash.
And this is
deposits.
money coming from our armed forces.
Yeah,
This is stuff we've designated through the budget process
yeah.
for our defense.
Yep. So the DOD authorized the drawdown of security assistance valued at $400 million to meet Ukraine's critical security and defense needs. And yeah, they are. But are we responsible for that? This authorization from the Biden administration's 25th drawdown of equipment from DOD inventories.
25th.
And that's just since August of last year.
But listen
25.
to that verbiage right there. The 25th time that we have taken from our inventories,
Yeah,
poof,
right.
and given it to Ukraine.
So what they got were missiles for Hawk air defense systems. What they want, though, is a Patriot missile system.
Right. And they want
How about
us to be
no?
there.
How about no? 4 Avenger air defense systems and Stinger missiles, additional ammunition for high mobility artillery rocket systems, the HARMS, 21,155 millimeter artillery rounds. You got the 500 precision guided 155 millimeter artillery rounds. You have 10,120 millimeter mortar rounds. I mean, the list,
it
that's
goes
just
on.
a partial
Yeah,
list.
there's so much
On
there.
and on and on. And cold weather protective gear. We even have to dress them for winter.
Right.
You guys can't dress yourselves?
And do you think that it's not like the Biden administration is going to go, you know what? We are going to do a lot of military spending next time we do budget talks. Yeah, we're going to make sure that this stuff isn't getting replaced. No. And you wonder why we can't fight multiple front wars as a nation.
Yeah.
It's because all of our stuff is either left in Afghanistan or given to Ukraine.
General Mark Milley of the United States, he's actually the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He said that as many as 200,000 soldiers have been killed or wounded on both sides in this war.
Okay, yeah. It's 100,000.
But it's 100,000 Russians.
Yeah.
100,000 already.
That's a lot.
Either dead or wounded. And probably half of that number are the dead.
Right. Well, right.
They're
And
never coming home again.
And I mean, Russia's pulling out of Fallujah, right? I mean, that's what President Biden told us.
Oh, did he say
he did
Fallujah?
say that?
Yeah, in that speech. Oh, I thought you played it yesterday.
No, we didn't play that.
Oh, yeah, in his speech yesterday.
The Russians are pulling out of Fallujah. Maybe someday we should too.
Yeah, so the Russians are in the Sunni Triangle.
Let's get those Russians out of Iraq.
Oh, fine. That's awesome.
And so, Russia saying that they're pulling out of a key city, I don't know.
It's Kherson, I think.
Yeah, I'm with Zelensky on that one. That's probably just a bluff.
I bet. Yeah. Although they're getting their butts kicked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And there's talk that there might be peace talks. But,
Yeah, they
hope so.
want it, but he's more
Hope so.
concerned about continuing the influx of weapons and cash from the United States.
Of course.
You bet.
And
Your
look,
sugar daddy's
hey,
coming
and-
through every week.
Absolutely, and he was concerned because of the midterms that with the red wave that that money was going to stop. Now Mitch McConnell has said, "Oh no, we support that 100%. Mitch McConnell, we'll just continue that. Don't worry about it." All right, okay, all right, thank you.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, enough is enough.
I can't.
These casualty numbers, though, for Russia, this compares to them losing 50,000 dead and wounded in the war in Afghanistan over a 10-year period of time. What's it been? 8 months so far?
Yeah.
And they've lost double that number in 8 months. I mean, it's not going well for them. I don't know why they keep doing this, other than Putin doesn't care about his people.
Right.
He doesn't care.
And he's presumably sick now, right?
Well, we've been hearing that
I
for
know.
a year, and I see no evidence of it. 888-900-3393, Pat Unleashed on Twitter, plus more on trivia today.
Yeah, baby.
It was a big matchup.
Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah, Packers
taking on
and
the Dallas
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right. So we'll be calling
It's going to
Green
be
Bay,
cold up there, too.
and we'll be calling right around here. Coming up. Welcome. 888-900-3393.
I've got a question. Somebody was asking on Twitter, did you play Paul Harvey earlier? Or
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he? Okay.
Yeah, we played it.
Okay, so he missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it, too. Sorry.
Well,
All right, just making sure. I'm just looking out for everyone here. All right, good.
so was I when I played it. So,
Okay.
got some tweets here. Disinformation show loophole. Let me be the first to congratulate Democrats on their dominating 2024 victory.
I'm starting to.
Thanks, Dawn.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's inevitable.
Yeah, I don't know. They might.
Because what?
Might.
Because even if he loses in the primary, you don't think he's going to do a third party run? Split that vote?
He could very well do that. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be really bad if
It's
he did.
coming. I'm
Yeah, it
afraid
would.
so.
The real cat daddy. I think Joe sometimes realizes he's being told what to say and is not and that he's not the real president. Every once in a while, he's got the yeah, that's right. That's Susan Rice and Barack. Muffer Squish. Biden should save time and just say so-and-so from my list was cleared to ask me this thing, and here is my staff-approved answer. And right. Except he couldn't read that. That'd be the only problem.
Right.
From Sarah, my boss has a stutter, and never once have I not been able to understand him. Biden is senile, not a stutterer. Absolutely true. Fury and Energy tweets, can we just give Ukraine the U.S. military and be done with this?
I mean, that's what they want. Truthfully,
They do.
that's what they want.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of politicians who want that as well. We just go over there and fight this war for them. I don't know why. Where'd the warmongering come from on the Democrat Party?
I would like to
really
say,
weird.
How about no?
Yeah, no.
Over this.
I thought that they were the party that they never want to fight.
Right.
They've never met a violent act other than from their own side that
Right.
they ever liked. Incredible. Some good news though. A judge just struck down the Biden student loan forgiveness plan as unconstitutional. Now, I'm sure that fight will continue to the Supreme Court, but that's really something.
Yeah, and again, it's a Trump
Trump
judge.
appointee.
Thank you,
Right,
Donald
right
Trump.
here
Yes,
in
thank
the
you.
DFW Metroplex, right? The Fort Worth judge.
Yes.
Awesome.
Federal judge here in Texas struck down Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, calling it one of the most egregious executive overreaches in presidential history.
Huh.
District Judge Mark Pittman made the decision in a case brought by two Americans and supported by the small business group Job Creators Network. Whether the program constitutes good public policy is not the role of this court to determine. Still, no one can plausibly deny that it is either one of the biggest delegations of legislative power to the executive branch or one of the largest exercises of legislative power without congressional authority in the history of the United States. Pittman wrote Biden's plan violated the separation of powers in the Constitution. In this country, we're not ruled by an all-powerful executive with a pen and a phone. Using Obama's words, I got a pen and a phone. Instead, we're ruled by a constitution that provides for three distinct and independent branches of government. The court is not blind to the current political division in our country, but it is fundamental to the survival of our republic, thank you, that the separation of powers, as outlined in our Constitution, be preserved.
Huh.
That is unusual from
That's old-timey speech.
It is, yes. That's
I
the
don't-
kind
I
of
don't
speak
follow
you don't
that.
hear anymore.
Why do these judges make these rulings with this archaic language, talking about Constitution and separation of power, blah,
yeah,
blah,
things
blah.
that we forgot about a long time ago. Get off it. I don't want to hear your Constitution, blah, 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 blah. It's always a nice surprise when somebody recognizes the U.S. Constitution, isn't it?
It is.
Especially in the judicial branch. So, in Orange County, California, they waited until after the election and are now wanting to bring back lockdowns to stop RSV, the respiratory thing, the virus.
Respiratory syncytial virus.
Syncytial? Is that how you say it?
Syncytial.
Local attorney Lee Dunbus had some thoughts on that, and here they are. Go ahead.
Human rights
Lee.
attorney Lee Dundas. Some years ago, two men sat at a table discussing the most effective way to usher in war. Their decision after discussion was to close non-essential businesses and further quarantine certain members of society to prevent the spread of disease known as typhus. These men's names? Joseph Goebbels and Adolf Hitler. You think you're special.
Sound familiar?
I am here to tell you you are not. You are the new Fourth Reich. And I have news for you today. We will not be locking down or taking funding over RSV, which 90% of children contract before the age of 2, and only 100 to 500 a year die, which is a 0.00000472813 death rate. It is 0.04%. Let me add a little bit here. Your whole meeting today was unlawful under the the government sections. Our governor's executive order that allowed you to suspend notice of meeting was specific to COVID, and your agenda item is specific to respiratory syncytial virus.
Boom.
Therefore, under the government code, you are still bound to notice requirements. An emergency under the government code section is defined as crippling activity or other activity which severely impairs public health and safety. And let me tell you, folks, a 0.000047814% death rate is nowhere near an emergency. Nice. You will not get more blood money into this county. You will not get more state or federal funding for our hospitals. This is not an emergency. To do so is fraud. You will not mask us like she just talked about doing. You will not quarantine the well or the sick. You will not keep our kids out of school. Damn right, you're not going to cripple our businesses anymore. Do you hear me? We will never lock down again. This is the hill we die on, because this is America. This is the Constitution of America, and this is freedom.
Think about it.
If only she wasn't so bland, in her presentation, so monotone. Inject a little passion into it from time to time.
Yeah, that was a little dry.
Yeah, a little dry.
Because if you want to capture the audience's attention.
Wow, is she fired up?
I love it.
No doubt.
That's great. And I'm sure she'll get all kinds of flack for bringing in the Nazis. They can only they can do that.
Correct.
Only they can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
If that's how we had reacted with that passion in
in the first place,
yeah, how many municipalities would have not gone down that road?
It might have made a difference,
because by the time people started showing up and making those speeches,
it's already too late in lots of places. Yeah, jeez.
But that was good stuff, and we better
Really
not
good.
go down that road anywhere in this country ever again.
Yep. In California, we didn't even mention the California governor's race, because why? Why bother? You know what's going to happen there. But actually, he only got 57% of the vote.
Huh.
It was 57-43?
Yeah, that was
I guess, or was there a third party in
No,
it?
I think it was 57-43.
All right.
I can check that. But, yeah, that's a campaign you didn't hear a lot about.
No. But here's
That's a
somebody
done
who
deal.
sent us an illustration of where all the California residents have been fleeing.
Yeah,
Look at this. This is amazing.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Texas ends up absorbing a lot of those California refugees.
A lot. Yeah. Look at that. All over the country.
Utah, look at that, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arizona, Utah, Colorado.
Look at that. That is really interesting.
that is.
I would have
fascinating.
expected more. Yeah, hold that up there for a second. I would have expected a bigger dot in Idaho.
Yeah. Idaho and Utah, actually. Now that you mention it.
And what's the time frame of this move?
I don't know. I think it's just in the last couple of years, because I think it said it either on the tweet. I don't think it's on that graph there.
It's not. That's why I asked.
That's a good point.
Interesting, though. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's the last 2 years. I don't know.
So they don't seem to be flocking to Montana.
No, they do not.
No, they do not.
It's your protection. Cold weather is your protection against Californians.
They have gone to every state. Though. They have.
I
They
think
have
you
gone.
just
To,
got
they
that.
have gone to every state, though. I think, right? I think that map showed them going to every state. That's pretty.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
A certain amount went to probably most every state, but
Yeah,
not a lot.
No, I know, not a lot.
Not a lot. Go to the northern climes.
57.7 to 42.3.
Jeez.
So there you go.
Okay.
Gavin Newsom. Congratulations, California. 4 more years of King Gavin.
So bad. Let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. If you're somebody who's relocating, then you need a really good realtor. You want somebody who can get you through this stressful process. Somebody who really knows what they're doing, somebody who is with buyers all the time so they know what buyers are looking for and they can advise you accordingly. Do you need to repaint? Do you need to remodel, change up some countertops, replace blinds? Who knows? Well, your real estate agent from Real Estate Agents I Trust does. And they'll tell you what you'll get your money out of and what you may not. They see you through the entire process. Just take away, the really horrible stress and anxiety that goes with this. Whether you're buying or selling, Real Estate Agents I Trust are the ones to turn to. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
What is KJP strongly disagreeing with?
The student loan debt.
Oh, okay. Oh, no kidding. You strongly disagree with the ruling?
That's what I was saying.
Surprise!
There's a surprise. I know.
they're going to get a lot of surprise. I hope in 2024. I hope that time they will get the surprise they have coming to them. I don't know, because you're going to be 2 years even deeper into all of this madness than we are now. Will it finally dawn on people that this group of politicians is destroying this country? When will that come home to people? I don't know. I don't know if Democrats are ever going to get it, because they elected another dementia-riddled guy. Although it's not dementia, but his strokes have left him impaired, and they don't care. They don't care. They elected him and a dead person.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't take the dead guy off the.
Yeah, right. Sure.
He died in October, the first part of October.
Yeah, you don't have to vote for him. Okay? When you know he's dead, you don't vote for him. A little safety tip there for you. Yesterday, we talked about these voting drop boxes and how they are just not normal. Check this out.
Yeah, Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio talking about it.
that?
Sure. It's never been easier to vote.
I'm sorry?
It's never been easier to vote. It's never been easier to vote. In Florida, you can now vote by mail for any reason.
What is happening?
You can vote, for example, 10 days before the election. You can vote on Election Day. In Georgia, which they claim to be the place that was suppressing all the votes, you had record African-American voter turnout. To compare what's happening now to the Jim Crow era, where people were literally murdered, where people were forced to take poll taxes and pay poll taxes and literacy tests. What are we talking about here? We're talking about this. We're talking about, number one, when you go vote, you show an ID. I have been a Hispanic man my entire life. I'm a minority. I've never felt like producing an ID disadvantages my ability to vote. Everyone has an ID. You can't even check into a hotel. You can't buy Sudafed at Walgreens without an ID.
Thank you.
That's number one. Number two is you can't collect a bunch of ballots. Harvesting of ballots. Cars showing up with tons of ballots sitting in the trunk of a car. Things like that they want to force down the throat of every state in the country. We don't need that federal law imposed on every state. Florida has very good election laws, and other states have very good election laws. And the states that don't have very good election laws are the states that actually have gone in the opposite direction of weakening security for the ballot.
All right, Senator, thank you.
Well, that scares the senator to death, has the right, the precious right, to cast their vote.
Senator.
What?
What? Yeah.
I'm trying to suppress the vote, and I'm wasting a lot of money telling people to go out and vote. Because that's what my campaign has been all about. Number two, I've never supported any suppression effort. Listen, we've had laws in this state. How come all of a sudden a drop box is the standard by which we judge whether people are being allowed to vote or not?
Right.
We didn't have drop boxes 10 years ago. We didn't have drop boxes in 2016 when the Congresswoman was first elected to Congress.
Right.
We didn't have drop boxes in 2012 when Barack Obama won the state of Florida running for president.
Thank you.
That's a method of voting that doesn't advantage one group or another. There's danger involved in drop boxes. People need to think about it. Okay, imagine if someone decides, there's a drop box. I'm just going to put some explosive in it and blow it up and burn all of those ballots, and now those votes don't count at all. Okay, there is something with elections. There are two things that are very important. Number one, the count has to be accurate. The votes have to be counted accurately. But the other is there has to be public confidence. The public has to believe that the elections were fair and balanced, and that's what I've always been in favor of. But what they want is a federal takeover of the elections. I do not want a federal takeover of our election system. I oppose it.
That's time, Senator. Congresswoman.
So good.
That's how he won his Senate seat.
Yeah.
Marco was always awesome.
Big thanks to who sent us that. I can't remember who sent us that, but I wish we had played that, back during the campaign. But man, that was so worth playing it now. Man, that was
absolutely
very articulate.
You forget how good Rubio is.
I know.
I haven't heard from him in a long time.
A little
really.
Marco?
Yeah, little Marco has been kind of silent.
I hope Arizona's paying attention to Florida because, my gosh, what is happening there?
Nothing. What do you mean? Nothing.
Okay.
They've counted 82% of the votes. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want, Keith?
They keep,
What do you all of a sudden think that?
Can we get 100%
by
counted?
4 days later, we should count all the votes?
It's incredible.
I do.
What do you think? It's a 21st century?
Now, Carrie Lake claims she's going to win that.
Yes, she
right?
does. And she thinks even Blake Masters could come back.
She continues to believe she's going to win it. And she continues. What they did last night was that they released another 3,000 votes or another 60,000 votes that gave Hobbs 3,000 votes more over Kerry. And what Lake was saying is that that's what they did to her in the primary too. They slow rolled the release of the votes, so it looks like she's losing. And they want her to either concede or it just continues their narrative that she's losing. She said in the primary they did that, but in the end, after they said, well, yeah, she won by a small margin, she didn't win by a small margin. She won by like 5 points. But nobody cares now because they've already, the narrative's already been written, and so she better win, man. Because if she doesn't win, they're going to tear her apart from now till the end of time.
The other thing that would be a really pleasant surprise is if not only she won, but Blake Masters
and she thinks
pulled it out too. That
based
would be
on
incredible.
what's left to come in,
Masters will win.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Now there's
Hope so.
And a lot of people are pointing out that the sheriff of Maricopa County is a Democrat, so careful there.
Well.
But what's this picture that's been circulating? People are saying this looks like Katie Hobbs inside the vote count there, but I don't know. Can we put the picture up?
Oh yeah, well they've said that this was not her.
Okay. Well, do we have the picture? There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. I don't know if we've zoomed in on that or not, but yeah. So they've disavowed. They said that's not her.
They've
right?
said that's not her. That's someone else that works there that wears glasses. Not all people that wear glasses are Katie Hobbs.
Okay. All right.
Since
So
when?
shut up.
So
Since
that's
when
not- that's
was that
not
the
her.
case? Huh.
That's what they said.
All right.
The voting people said that it wasn't her.
But I
Count
mean,
the freaking
she's in
votes.
charge of the counting of the votes, so
Well,
she would legitimately be allowed in there, right?
Well, we talked about that on Wednesday as well, right? Where it's not. She's in charge of the overall elections, but the counties are in charge of their own.
Well, she stepped down. She recused herself from this process.
No, she did
didn't
not.
need to. The
No,
counties
she
take
didn't.
care of it themselves.
No, but she didn't.
Didn't.
Yeah, you would think she'd want to avoid even the appearance of any kind of fraud or inappropriateness, but no, she didn't.
And they'll
she didn't
finish
recuse herself.
counting the votes around Christmas. Is that right?
More on
Pat
trivia
Gray
next.
Unleashed. Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Upon the frozen tundra of the human mind, two teams go head to head.
How many weeks are in a typical year?
60.
60
yeah.
weeks is really close.
In a brutal battle between brainless boobs
What is SPF supposed to protect you from?
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Thank you.
and senseless buffoonery.
What direction does the sun rise?
In the West.
In the west. Oh.
Dullards versus dummies.
Name one landlocked state.
California.
Oh, California.
That's a good guess.
Dopes versus dodos.
A menorah is usually associated with what religion?
Voodooism.
Voodooism? Pretty
Yeah.
close.
Moron versus moron.
If you're in a selfie, who most likely took the picture?
Person in the middle.
The person in the middle.
In a monumental matchup of minuscule minds.
Who is the Speaker of the House?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on whose house you're talking about. Usually it's the wife.
Oh.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Our moron trivia matchup today, the Dallas Cowboys at the Green Bay Packers.
Well, hold on. We were just talking
Lambeau Field.
in the theme there. Speaker of the House. That's going to have to change. Happily so.
Nobody likes Mike McCarthy.
No,
Right?
it's still usually the woman.
Remember that Mike McCarthy? He's
Still using the one. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
my
the
bad.
coach
still-
of the Packers.
still the
So who's
So
the?
Jeff Fisher going to put his hat into the ring
Yeah.
for Speaker of the House.
Okay.
I think I think
You're
I might
eligible
do that today.
Anyone's
Yeah.
eligible.
Anyone's eligible,
Yeah,
right?
I think you have to fill out an application though, like you said.
But here's our commissioner, Jeff Fisher, to tell us how the game works.
We predict the outcome of an NFL game. Today's game, the Cowboys venturing into Lambeau Field and taking on the Green Bay Packers. We do that by calling convenience stores and working stores, or in the greater areas of these cities. So the greater DFW area and the greater Green Bay area is
all of Wisconsin for sure.
Absolutely. And even you could go into northern Michigan as well. And we had asked those people 4 questions a quarter. We play 4 quarters. The city that answers the most questions correctly wins the game.
We are 5-3 on the season. Jeffy's 0-1. And we need to get back on the winning track. We've lost 3 in a row.
I was
won
happy.
5, then lost 3.
I know, and I was happy to lose last week, though.
Why?
Because Tampa Bay won.
Oh.
I wanted my Buccaneers to win, and they did.
Congratulations.
And more on trivia predicted against them. So
it did.
I was happy that
I was pissed. But here we are at the halfway point already of the NFL season.
I know.
Jeez.
Awesome.
College season has 2 games left, really, in the on the schedule for the regular season before the bowl games and the playoffs and all that. And halfway through the NFL already. Unbelievable.
It sure
goes
is.
by so fast. So, time to take a little look, a quick peek at our over-under picks that we made at the beginning of the year. And things are not looking that great for Pat Gray right now. Looks like I'm on pace to be 2-3.
Right.
Oh, we'll have to get to the rest of this. We got Susan in Green Bay.
All
Hey,
right.
Susan.
Hi.
Hi. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
Okay. You can't ask for help from anybody around you. And if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. All right?
Okay.
Question number 1. Crayola is a company best known for making what?
Crayons.
Crayons. Indeed. Question number 2.
Oh, easy.
Who is known as the father of the Constitution? Father of the...
George Washington.
George Washington is...
I mean...
It's actually Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson. No, you mean what? What do you mean?
Hold on. We have a disagreement in the studio, Susan. Hang on.
Washington had...
Because we want to give it to you there,
Go
Susan.
ahead,
but,
Susan. I do want to give
shoot.
it to you.
Okay, question number 3, Susan. Who is Volodymyr Zelensky?
Something with Russia.
Something with Russia.
Something with Russia. Can you be more specific?
No, she can't.
Dictator? I don't know.
Dictator. Well, it's actually the owner of a really complex money laundering operation.
Yes, he is that.
Yeah. So he launders a lot of money. Another $400 million he's going to be laundering this week. So, listen. Question number 4 is: name a fruit whose seeds are on the outside.
A seed whose fruits are on the outside.
A fruit whose
Can't ask
seeds are
anybody
on
for
the
help
outside.
now.
Yeah. Potatoes would have been one. But
that's a fruit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And the seeds are on the outside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you didn't know potatoes were a fruit?
I didn't either.
No, I did not.
Okay, well.
Technically, you're talking.
Yeah, technically it's a
Okay.
fruit. They're like tomatoes. You know, people don't consider them a fruit, but they are.
Wow.
All right. Thanks for playing our game. You were such a great contestant. We're going to send you the home version of our game psychically. And I just did. All right. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Susan.
you. Yeah,
Bye.
have a good...
You too. Have a good too. Oh, would you?
See ya.
All right.
So one point?
Yeah, just
What-
one.
what's the look over there?
I feel like, she...
You feel like what? George Washington is not the father of the Constitution in any way. He oversaw.
He kind of is.
No, he's not kind of the father at all.
case
No,
can't
he's
be
not.
made.
He's the father of the country. James Madison is the
No,
father of the Constitution.
I know who you believe it is. I
know that. I don't believe it is. It is. There's no debate on that.
I think there is.
No, there isn't.
I think in this game there is.
George Washington didn't write one word of the Constitution. Not one word. All right. So we were in the midst of going over our more on trivia in between time picks that we made at the beginning of the year. This is the over-under thing. It looks like Jeffy and I are in the basement the cellar, if you will, at 2 and 3, or at least on pace for that.
Right.
Stu and Keith both are looking like they're going to be 4 and 1.
Do we have the chart up there, or is that available?
I feel like I got.
Yeah,
I
there
feel
we go.
like I could pull out.
Yeah.
You could pull it out, you think?
I think I can.
Uh-huh.
Tampa Bay's going on a run. We'll be able to do
Jeez,
that.
I said over for 11.5 for the
I know.
Packers.
And Carolina. Well,
they've won 3
Carolina.
games so far.
Carolina won last night against the Atlanta Falcons.
We don't
Just
need
saying.
to talk about that, bro.
Just saying.
I should have slept. I just should have gone to bed.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go.
That
so,
game was terrible.
And by the way, Stu still owes a lunch from 2021.
From last year, yeah.
Tennessee,
So,
Dallas.
yes, Jeffy, that game was
I can
horrific.
still pull it out, I think. I think it'll get 3 or 4 wins out of that.
Yeah, maybe you will.
I can come out
Maybe you
stronger
will.
there at the end. This is a stretch.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so
Okay.
we got a new head coach for the Indianapolis Colts, Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's going to make his debut on Sunday against the Raiders, a team that a week and a half ago he tweeted about, ironically enough. Jeff
Oh, man.
Saturday tweeted, the Raiders are...
The Raiders look horrible.
Look horrible.
That's awesome.
Oops.
Okay, well, now's your chance.
Yeah.
I saw his press conference, though. He was awesome.
Yeah. By the
He's
way,
never been a coach.
Nope.
So what?
So
Played in the NFL for,
Yeah.
14 years.
yeah.
He was a
really good
Peyton
center.
Manning's.
and he's been he's been a consultant for the Colts
Yeah.
for a number of years.
All
So,
right.
Quite a long resume you just rattled off there. He was
Okay,
a
well
center.
that's the argument that a lot of these NFL players have.
Okay.
Right? Is why they don't, the argument of how come more NFL players aren't coaches. Of course there's the reason of, why would you become a coach after you've made $30 million and go back to coaching for $1 million a year or $2 million? But also the way that the structure is set up in the NFL, when you start coaching, you start at the bottom and work your way up. Right? And so, if you've been a professional football player on the field for multiple years, and then you want to be a coach, the thought of being a coach starting on the bottom is not appealing at all. Right? You don't want to be getting coffee for some guy that never played in the NFL.
Well, maybe
I
you
know
could
that.
start as a coordinator or a position coach, as opposed to, all right, well, what are
Head
you
coach.
doing? What are you doing this weekend, Jeff? Can you coach my team the rest of the year? Jim Irsay's burning that franchise to the ground. I don't understand it. He won't let Matt Ryan play, so he doesn't have to. So he can save money. And he's gotten
because
rid
he was
of
doing
Frank Reich.
so great.
He's getting rid of Frank Reich, who is an incredible coach.
Yeah, they were doing so great underneath him.
They could have still won the division easily. So we'll see.
okay.
I hope Jeff Saturday seems like a very good guy, and I wish him well. And by the way, he also has Devontae Adams on his fantasy football team. So hopefully the Colts will still cover Devontae Adams this weekend.
And Frank Reich was a good NFL football player.
Yeah, he was.
For the Buffalo Bills. In fact, he engineered the comeback against the Houston Oilers. I can only think Astros right now because they just won the World Series. When they were down, they were
35 to 38 to, it was 35-3, I think.
35-3.
38-10.
Bills won 41-38.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
And you just dead named the Houston Texans too, man. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, at the time, they were the Houston Oilers.
Whatever.
So, sorry. Sorry. Waiting for a contestant in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, which extends to all of Texas. So
Oklahoma.
that should be fun. Yeah, Oklahoma, New Jersey,
Anyone that has a pulse.
Arkansas.
I don't think it goes that far. Arkansas, yeah, I'm with you.
The other night, this is really something because my wife and youngest son were out on a walk and they saw something weird. They both came back like, we just saw this incredible thing in the sky. And apparently a lot of other people saw it as well. And we don't know what it was, but somebody took a video of it. And here's what it looked like.
Listen to the commentary from the kids.
Now they're moving weird.
Look at that. It's got a tail.
Listen to these.
And it's turning. So that can't be a comet. Something else.
This kid's like, I want to get abducted.
Okay, I don't know what has a tail like that, but I thought drone, maybe these were drones, but that doesn't look like a drone.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah, but did we
What
ever get a
was
resolution on that?
I don't think they've ever said what it was.
Because we've got a lot of stuff going on this month, right? With meteor showers and stuff we're supposed to be able to see throughout the month, right? Because of our, beaver moon that we just had
the
this
bloody
week.
full beaver thing.
So there's other, space stuff going on. But that didn't look like
No, it did not.
any kind
That
of
was
meteor
not
shower.
a meteor.
The
They don't
theories have
change
been-
direction
Yeah,
like
the
that.
theories have been it was skydivers or it was, like you said, drones.
Skydivers on
but,
fire?
I don't. Maybe they have flares. I don't know, man. Do you know what it was?
No, I do
Okay,
not.
all right.
We know what it's not.
What is it not?
A skydiver with a flare. That's not a skydiver.
I don't know that
with a
we
flare.
do know that it wasn't a skydiver with a flare.
Okay.
A skydiver could change direction like that.
Yeah, Jeffy.
No, I don't. They didn't
Okay.
keep going,
You
so
know
I don't
what?
know
That's
where
what
it wound
is.
up.
That's what it is.
Wind up on the ground because the skydiver would. So
Correct.
I don't know where that thing wound up. Interesting.
That
but
is.
That happened over the suburbs of Trophy Club and Keller and Roanoke. It was seen from a lot of different
look,
places.
the greater DFW area, you're talking about a lot of people able to see that in the skies, man.
Yeah. So I haven't heard any theory on what that was from the government at all. Jasmine? Hey, Jasmine?
Yes.
Hi. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
That's fine.
Okay. You can't ask for help from anybody around you. And if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. All right?
Alrighty.
Question number 1. Crayola is a company best known for making what?
Crayons?
Crayons.
There you go.
Yes. They used to make soup, but the soup was so bad that they decided
nobody
to
liked
take the
it.
ingredients and make crayons
Nobody
instead.
liked it.
Yeah. Question number 2. Who's known as the father of the U.S. Constitution? Who's the father of the Constitution? Nobody's ever gotten this question. So
George Washington.
George Washington. No, Al Gore. Al Gore. Question number 3. Who is Volodymyr Zelensky?
And she's in the Congress.
Yeah.
He's in
More powerful than
almost.
the Congress.
Right. Well, the Congress is up his butt. That much is true. Right? As well as the President of the United States. So that was close. Question number 4. Name a fruit whose seeds are on the outside.
Strawberry?
There you go.
Good job.
Nice job.
Yeah.
The other one was Brussels sprouts.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a
only
fruit?
2.
That's
There's
a
only-
fruit?
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts?
Delicious fruit with the seeds on the outside.
Jasmine,
There's only 2.
how's Aladdin doing these days?
See what he did there? That's probably not you, but he acted as if it
Just
were.
in case it is, I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to throw
yeah.
that out there.
All right. All right, Jasmine, have yourself a merry little weekend, won't you?
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, we
All right.
will. Thank you.
Thank you.
But don't tell us what to do. All right.
You know what? I thought of you this morning, man,
Uh-huh.
because you're always doing that whenever we say, hey, grab that over there. Don't tell me what to do. I'm driving in and there's a sign. It says drive safely.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me what
in
to
a
do.
construction zone. And I was just heard you in my head. I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
And you're welcome. You're welcome for that. Let me tell you about preborn because about 1/5 of Americans never see life outside the womb due to abortion. Staggering. Leading cause of infant death in the world, 63 to 65 million babies have been aborted since Roe v. Wade. About 1.5 billion worldwide.
Amazing.
Never been a Holocaust like this. And just people don't think about it. It's reproductive rights to a lot of people. That's why the Ministry of Preborn and Blaze Media are partnering to rescue at least 50,000 babies this year from abortion. Now, the way they do that is they show the mother an ultrasound for free. And the ultrasounds cost maybe $27. So if you can afford that size of donation, that would be fantastic. $144 buys, I believe, 5 of these ultrasounds. And then once they choose life, then Preborn also provides maternity and baby clothes and diapers, car seats, counseling, all kinds of things, free of charge. And that's where your donation comes in. Whether it can be $1 or $1,000, to donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat. Welcome, 888-932-3392. Set hot.
93. 33, 93.
35,
888. Hot.
Niner.
Millions and billions, trillion, billion, a billion, trillion, million.
Yeah. You got it.
Jillion.
Well, 888, and then the 1
quadrillion.
trillion.
You know the number
You
by
got
now.
it.
By all that is
Plus, you
holy.
don't even need to be calling right now unless you have a flag on the. And
Right.
When's the last time we had a flag on any
It's been
play,
a while.
like a legitimate
It's been
one?
a while because we run this game
Like
with,
a fine
such
tooth comb.
efficiency.
That's right.
Unlike the NFL.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the Cowboys lead 2-1 over the Pack right now, and this game will be played, of course, on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. The 3-6 Packers will take the field. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing what's going on in Green Bay right now.
I know.
First of all, it should be a pretty good indication that when you get rid of every player who has any kind
Was
of talent
performing
at all,
for you?
yeah, good things don't happen.
Really?
So, yeah. I know you got maybe the best quarterback in the league. Well, it used to be anyway.
Back-to-back reigning MVP.
But he needs to throw the ball to somebody. So...
yeah, they need to be on the same page.
Yeah, they do.
They need to be on the same page, and that is definitely not the case.
Jeffy, did you just donate during the break? $18. You got a donation to
nice.
GiveSendGo.com.
I did. You're welcome.
/veterans in need. I figured that was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
Well,
Cool.
anything I
Appreciate
could do.
it. Thank you for
All right.
so
Anything
many
I could do.
donations coming in. Thank you so much for helping out.
Did you read about that? Did you see that in the paper today? Kevin, did you read about that?
What was that, Jay? What is it, man?
Barack Obama Presidential Library.
No, man. What is it?
Construction at the Obama Presidential Center. It's not just a library. It's a center.
Right.
in
That was the
Chicago.
deal with that, right? They fought
Yeah.
over that, I think.
They did.
Yeah.
It's been
Stupid.
temporarily halted because they discovered a noose at the worksite.
Shut up.
Stop this. I can't.
Is that true?
Yes.
I can't
Yes, it
do this.
Oh, my gosh.
They don't say.
Society sucks.
They don't say in what context, where was it found, what was it doing. Is it just a piece of rope that like helps you pull down a garage door? Is it one of those things? Because we've been down that road too. you know this is a hoax of some kind. It's a hoax.
No one at this construction site walked in. I mean, these are the construction guys that don't want to work. They walk in and instead of just ripping it down and saying, "Let's go,"
right?
It's another day.
Yeah, we got to
shut down the entire site.
Yeah, asinine.
Oh my gosh,
how stupid is it? Oh, we don't know the name, but hello, hello,
Hello.
hi. Who's this?
This is Mimi.
Mimi. Okay.
Mimi. Uh-huh.
All right.
Hey.
Welcome. And we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do my best.
You can't ask for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Question number 1.
Uh-huh.
What is a food associated with Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, that's
Some
right.
people would associate that with Thanksgiving. Question number 2. The Mayflower is the name of what?
One of the boats that came over with the Pilgrims.
Yes. Well done. Question number 3. This group of people landed on Plymouth Rock and are credited.
Pilgrims.
You can lose your attitude right now. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know.
And last but not least, what day of the week does Thanksgiving typically
Thursday.
fall on? Thursday. Wow.
Okay.
Can't even get the questions out.
Clean
Got
sweep
it.
for Mimi. Good
Nicely
job.
done.
Yeah.
Way to go. Where are you? Where are you located?
Royalton, Wisconsin.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, us too.
Yeah, we're
us
right
too.
down the
Right
road
down the
from
road
you.
from you. So
You're right
that's-
down the road, I know, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you sound like you don't
Wow.
believe that.
You kidding
Wow.
me? I was just in there a little bit ago. I got the hot chocolate and I went to work.
Remember the guy with the hot chocolate?
You know what? I vaguely recall that.
Okay,
Probably
see.
not.
What? Mimi, are you familiar with Thompson Nursery?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Thank
right
you.
by
We're
that.
right here.
Lose
right
your
by
attitude,
Thompson
man.
Nursery. So.
Get out the front door. Shut up.
Are you a Guy Fieri fan?
Am I a what?
Guy Fieri fan
I
from
don't-
Food
who's
Network?
that?
He always says that. Get out the front door. Or
Get
shut
out
the
the
front
front
door.
door. Shut the front
Something like that.
Right.
What are you going to do this weekend? What kind of big plans do you have?
Oh, I don't have any.
Oh, you don't?
You're not
Really?
going to NWS Taxidermy and Antler Reproductions?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
No, not.
I mean, it's right there next to Thompson Nursery that you're so
Yeah.
familiar with. Thought
And
you might.
you're really missing out because it's a fun time there.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taxidermy?
Is it all those
Oh.
dead things on the wall? That sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah, they
like
got a
really
stuffed
good
beaver
time.
there that's incredible.
Oh,
Incredible.
That's not right. Really? Uh-huh.
No, it's just a beaver.
talking about?
It's a stuffed beaver.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a delight talking to you. You have a great weekend no matter what you do. All right?
All right. I didn't win anything, but just to talk to you, lovely gentlemen.
Exactly right. Wasn't that
I
enough?
mean, You know what?
Are you
Hello,
saying that's
you're
not
welcome.
enough? Wow, you're
I'm
making
winning. That's a winning situation for me. Thank
Okay.
you.
Darn
All
right
right.
it is.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you down at the old Coverall Metal and Roofing later. There in Royalton, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't. Probably not. Really.
No,
You know, probably not.
no. I've already
So-
got my hot chocolate. I'm not going back.
Yeah.
She seemed very cynical there at the end.
But at least she
She was
knows
fun.
Thanksgiving,
Yes, she does.
and
Yes,
good
she
for
does.
her. Just put the Pack in the lead by 4, 6-2, with the Cowboys about to get the ball. Next. Mentioned the. By the way, we're in the second quarter of More on Trivia. Packers lead right now 6-2, but the Cowboys still to have the ball in the second quarter. Looking for somebody in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But we were talking right before the break about the Obama Presidential
news.
Center and the news, which is such nonsense. I mean, they've shut down production for it. Why?
Well, that's-
Why can't you continue construction?
Well, maybe that means there will be no Obama presidential.
Well, that would be
library.
nice. That would be nice.
Are the
Still
workers
can't get through it. All right.
scared?
Well, who is it, Bailey?
Yeah, it is.
Hi, Bailey.
Hi.
We'd like
Hi.
to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
All right. Sounds good.
Can't ask for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess.
Okay.
Question number 1. What is a food associated with Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin pie.
Okay. Question number 2. The Mayflower is the name of what?
I don't know. An act.
An act?
I guess.
No, they're just, you made it too difficult. They're just
Dang it.
flowers
Oh,
that
they're flowers,
bloom
okay.
in May. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why they call them Mayflowers.
Well then.
Yeah. Question number 3. This group of people landed on Plymouth Rock and are credited with starting the tradition of Thanksgiving.
Pilgrims.
Pilgrims. Yeah. Yep. Actually, they get credit for it, but it was actually the Jetsons that started the tradition about 6 years before.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
wow,
people-
cool.
A lot of people don't know that.
The Jetsons.
Yeah.
There's something new every day.
Yeah, Google
Right.
that later,
Yeah.
Bailey.
And use it at a party this weekend. People would be really impressed.
That's awesome.
Question number 4. What day of the week does Thanksgiving typically fall on?
Thursday.
Thursday. Indeed.
Typically.
Are you going to be celebrating it in a couple of Thursdays here?
I am. I'll be
Yeah.
working here at IHOP.
Ah, will you?
Yeah, baby.
What's up?
What's the best-selling pancake right now?
Oh, goodness. I want to say our new gingerbread French toast. It's not even a pancake. We got new French toast for Thanksgiving. It tastes like an apple pie. Come see us.
Okay.
What town are you in? Like, where exactly is this IHOP?
Carrollton.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's where we are. So we'll probably
We're
see
right
you
there.
sometime soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Actually, we probably won't talk to you later, but
Well, maybe. I mean, Carrollton's
probably
not that far from
no,
here.
Probably not.
No, it is not.
You're not going to that IHOP? I mean, I know you go to IHOP, just not that one.
Yeah, I was just in Carrollton having lunch someplace or breakfast just the other day.
Yeah,
as
there's
a matter of fact.
I was taken to a restaurant in Carrollton.
You were taken? Like you were a hostage or
Yes,
something?
yes, I was held hostage. That's what happens. I get held
At an
hostage.
IHOP?
And then they take you.
It wasn't though. No, it was
Oh.
just it was a standalone restaurant.
That is actually Jeffy's dream. Someone kidnaps him and takes him for food. You know, eat.
I mean,
Okay, I
what are you
will.
gonna say? No, let me go.
No, not until after your meal.
Thank
of
you.
course. All right. So my point about this stupid presidential library, it's actually a presidential center.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You know how much they're spending on this thing? $830 million. Almost $1 billion.
Where's that money coming
it's
from?
the Barack Obama Presidential Center.
What they'll tell us is, we just raised a bunch of private funds.
Yep.
Bull crap. That's coming from taxpayers. I'll bet you anything. Such a lie. But yeah, I'm glad they suspended all operations on site because there's a zero tolerance policy for any form of bias or hate on the work site.
Oh, that's good. That's
so good.
Do we have a picture?
No. Interestingly, no, we don't.
Okay.
Not that I've seen.
So we're
anyway.
to believe that Joe, the construction worker, came on the site and said, "Oh, there's a noose. It looks like they want to hang me. I can't work."
Right. I mean, it's so ridiculous. There's a $100,000 reward to find the culprit of who put this noose there.
So we're to believe that we're building this $1 billion Barack Obama Presidential Center. And we don't have any cameras, any footage, nothing.
That's right.
They originally estimated cost at $350 million.
Yeah, so a slight cost overrun of $500 million there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That's just $500 million. Don't worry about
when
it.
we have to shut down the site every time somebody sees a rope, it's going to cost money.
George Soros, one of the big
donors
to the project.
I'll bet. I'll bet. We went to the Lincoln Presidential Museum and Library. What was that? Last year?
Couple years.
I think Jackie and I just drove
your tour?
all over the Midwest, and one of the places we went was the Lincoln Library or Museum. That one is bigger than, I think it's double the size of any other presidential library, and it only cost $150 million. So this place must be quite the presidential center, I'm guessing.
Well, the
at
Bears,
almost $1 billion.
The Bears are looking to move out, so it's got to be a place that people are going to want to come to.
Yep, I guess so. Anyway, it'd be interesting to see. I wouldn't step foot in there because it would be, it's going to be agonizing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be agonizing.
Agonizing.
All right, 888-900-3393. We're at 6-5 at the half of More on Trivia. What do you have, Jeffy? It looks like you're going to dispute that.
I am. It's 5-5.
No. Packers got all four with that. With what's her face? Mimi, was it? I think it was.
Yes, Mimi got all
5-5. I'm hearing from the other room.
Mimi got all four. That was. And the first quarter was the Packers had one.
Okay, you're right.
Yep.
5-all. Okay.
I know I'm right.
Whatever. Whatever.
You tell me I'm right. I know I'm right.
Here's something that happens every day. Florida TSA searched a traveler's chicken at the airport and found a gun inside it.
Yeah.
Inside a chicken.
How big is this chicken? Oh, there you go.
That's awesome.
So the chicken ate the gun?
I can't tell you how often.
Is that what it was? That must be what it was. A chicken ate a gun.
Yes, I'm sure that's what happened.
Don't you normally fly with your uncooked chicken?
All the time.
Your luggage?
Look at that.
Wow.
So weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Did they think that the X-ray machine couldn't get through the chicken skin?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's a miscalculation right there.
But again, they may not have known that the chicken ate the gun before boarding.
Well, that's true.
What I would have said. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's where my
chicken.
gun wound up.
What a dumb bird.
I didn't. The chicken. Brenda? Hey, Brenda.
Yeah.
How are things today?
Good. How about you?
Oh, man, perfect. I mean, seriously perfect. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right. You can't ask for help, and if you don't know the answer, just guess.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Question number 1: how many months make up a typical year? Not. Okay. You gonna stick with 12?
Yep.
All right. That's probably a good idea since there are 12, in fact. Number 2, where would you primarily find a kangaroo?
Australia.
Australia. Mm-hmm. They migrated from Greenland. A lot of people don't know that. It was a long swim but they did it a long time ago.
But they can't swim anymore. That was a long time ago.
Not anymore.
That's why they have those strong hind legs.
Yeah,
There it is.
exactly right. Yeah. An amazing kick. Question number 3. What does the Roman numeral X equal?
10.
10 is correct. Whose picture is on the $1 bill?
George Washington?
George Washington. Yes. Yes. They just switched that. It used to be Carrot Top. But then they thought, man, is he dignified enough? Yeah, probably not. So, I think you just did a clean sweep of all 4,
Yes,
didn't you?
you did.
Wow. Nobody's ever done that before, Brenda. As a result, we're going to send you the home version of our game psychically. And I just did.
All righty.
You got that? All right.
I got it.
Thanks a lot for playing our game.
Who said that Carrot Top's not dignified?
It was Democrats.
I don't like how
Bunch of
politics is
Democrats.
now even with our money.
I know.
That
It just doesn't
sucks.
belong there either because I thought the Carrot Top look was really good.
Yeah.
For a while.
Sure. Because it was the picture of him with the headband.
Yeah. And I think he was dialing down the middle at the time.
Was he? Was he doing that?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Down the middle. Man, what does he do these days?
I think he lifts weights.
Yeah, that's
and
about it.
That's about all he
comedy
does.
stuff. He
Does he really?
comedy stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
He does comedy stuff.
Did
Sure.
That's what he does.
How many cuts
That's
the
who he
clown
is.
face we on with Carrot Top?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
12 cuts the clown face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Has he had a little surgery done?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Oh, boy.
It's
that's not good. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Hey, speaking of, well, we're not speaking of anything, but Daniela, who's on the line with us. Hey, Daniela.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. You really concerned, or are you just making small talk?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Who cares?
All right. We're gonna ask you 4 questions, if that's all right. You can't ask for help if you don't know the answer. Just take a guess. Question number 1: How many months make up a typical year? Not a leap year. Don't overthink this.
Is it 12?
Is it 12?
It is.
It is 12.
Yeah, it is.
That's down from 39 back in the 1700s.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Time is speeding up.
Where would you primarily find kangaroos? Primarily.
Australia.
Australia. That's where people go to look for them. Question number 3. What does the Roman numeral X equal?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yes. And question number 4. Whose picture is on the $1 bill?
George Washington.
There you go.
Yes, it used to be Caitlyn Jenner. But
Why'd they
then
change
they
that?
switched it. I'm not.
Why did they? Politics
I
get
think it
involved
was
with that?
hate. I think it was
hate.
transphobic
It was
hate.
trans hate.
I think it was. Yeah.
I hate that.
And it pissed me off.
I hate hate.
It did. They switched out a trans person that we all love and admire for a white slave owner.
There you go. There you go.
Damn it.
I don't like
All
it.
right. Well,
Hey.
we're all out of time, but thank you for playing our game. All right?
No problem.
You have a great weekend, won't you?
You too.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Don't tell me what to do.
She had a clean sweep, and you didn't even send her a game.
No, I didn't.
I
didn't
told
like
you
her
last
attitude.
week. I warned you. We're running low on those at home
No, this
games.
psychic
I
home
understand
games.
that, but she had a clean sweep.
Okay. I can't give it to everybody,
Make
man.
an
Come
exception.
on.
So we are to the 4th quarter now, right?
Yes, we are.
This will be the start of the 4th quarter, tied at 9.
Battling. It's
So-
a battle at Lambeau.
We'd have to go all the way back to the 1st quarter
What was the score to the quarter?
when the Cowboys had a 2-1 lead.
2-1. Oh boy.
Yeah.
If we don't get this played out, so we'll see.
So did you have stats of chickens
No, that's
that
not
had
what we're
guns
doing.
in it at airports? Is that what
I did, yes. There's been a lot of chickens with guns in the middle of them over the years.
Okay.
No, these are just guns
Just guns.
confiscated at U.S. airports.
Oh yeah, look, it's really been going up here lately.
The top 10. Wow.
There was that dip for the pandemic when there was much.
Okay.
Wasn't much
Yeah, no
air
travel at all. But they were still finding guns during that travel. So if people did travel, they traveled with their gun. But number 1 place for confiscating guns by the TSA, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport with 507 in 2021. Number 2, Dallas-Fort Worth DFW, 317, way behind Atlanta, though.
Well, those are the two busiest airports in the country, so.
Yeah, that's probably true. Then you got Houston, George Bush Intercontinental, 245. Phoenix Sky Harbor International, 196.
Jeffy's not a fan of Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport.
Why? What's your problem?
Oh man, they
with
screwed him
Sky
over when he
Harbor?
was
It pissed me
traveling.
off.
What'd they
Don't
do
get-
to you?
Don't get me
They
started
shut the
on
door
that.
when he was
Yeah.
running right at it. They saw
I
him
know.
coming.
Came
I
around the
know.
corner.
And they wouldn't
Came
open
around the
it.
corner. She closes it right in front of my face. I want to punch her right in the face.
Oh my, no, honey, no.
Oh, I would have been.
No violence, no.
Oh,
No,
it was-
we can't have that.
We were very close.
No.
We were very close.
But surprisingly, the airport that had the chicken with the gun is actually on that list. The Hollywood.
Fort
Oh,
Lauderdale?
awesome.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. Tiana, did you say?
Hi. Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, Tiana.
Yeah, this is me.
How are things in Wisconsin?
It's great.
Yeah.
Is it a little chilly this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
What town are
Here
you
too.
Mequon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's always
we're-
cold. A little bit colder there
We're up the road a piece.
than it is in Green Bay, right? A little bit colder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little chilly here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we're going to ask you 4 questions if that's all right.
Okay, cool.
Okay, don't ask anybody around you for help, okay?
All right, awesome.
Question number 1. What is green energy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's okay.
that's a hard one. Nobody's ever gotten that question right. But it's the heartbreak of psoriasis, and you just run out of energy when you have that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't want it.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
don't
want
want that. You really don't. Question number
Oh,
2.
no.
December 25th is most closely associated with what?
Jesus' birthday.
Okay. Yes, we could accept that.
That's,
Yeah.
I guess.
Exactly right.
I guess it's
Okay.
Question number 3. If it's 4:30 p.m. in Houston, Texas, what time is it in Wichita, Kansas?
2:30.
2:30?
2:30.
No, that's close.
That's a
It's
good guess.
Actually 7:45 in Wichita.
Oh.
Yeah, when it's
Oh.
4:30 in Houston, you know it's 7:45 in Wichita.
There's an old song.
Yeah.
The old
That's
song,
right.
with the old country
Right.
song.
Who sang that? Who
the
sang that?
Proclaimers. The Proclaimers.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Question number 4. What is SPF supposed to protect you from?
I do not know.
COVID-19. It is the only thing. Yeah, you smear this on your skin and you won't get COVID.
Oh wow.
112% effective in stopping the spread
And that's what
of
Dr.
COVID-19.
Fauci said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
Doctors Fauci and the Bilk or
Dr.
Bean
Birx.
or Burks or whatever her
Yeah.
name was.
SPF.
Yeah.
SPF.
Yeah, that's her.
All right. Well, you've been a fabulous contestant. I don't know. Has anybody ever gotten one right before?
No.
I don't think they have.
Man, we're going to see you down at Skippy's Burger Bar later today, right, Tiana?
Sure.
Sure.
All
All
right,
right.
yes,
We'll see you at Skippy's. We're going to be there at 7:45 Wichita, Kansas time. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, one could make the case that she answered the one question she answered was the correct answer. I mean, the actual correct answer that needs to be answered.
Yes.
Which one?
Well, Jesus' birth.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, that wasn't the day on which he was born, but it is the day we celebrate. So, there you go.
Here we go. Jeffy, you tried. You tried.
I can't. Well, you can't what? What is wrong with that?
Nothing.
Everybody knows he wasn't born on December 25th.
Okay.
Look at the conditions at the time in Israel. What were they?
I don't have the weather report in front of me. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of the weather report, I asked everyone 90 days ago to look ahead and see what AccuWeather predicted for their local area coming up on Wednesday, December
Okay.
16th.
Wow, it's almost here already.
It's almost here. Now,
Gosh, that went
we
by
were supposed
fast.
to have a high in Irving, Texas of 74 and a low of 41.
Not going to happen.
No, because we got that cold blast hitting us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Dropped
is-
us into the 50s from the 80s.
Everybody is experiencing that right now. So looks like, shocker, it's going to be wrong, the 90-day weather forecast.
That's so hard to believe because they're so right all the time.
right now
you know
we're
what I mean?
predicted to have 51 as
Huh.
a high instead of 74.
Okay.
So there you go. I guess our experiment is going to...
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right?
Yeah, I mean, but you're supposed to set international policy on weather predictions for a century out.
Yeah, because
they
they're
can't
so
even get it.
good at predicting
Right.
weather 3 months from that time that, in 30 years or 100 years, they're going to be dead on.
And they didn't even predict this cold blast as of a few days ago.
Right. Right.
Stop.
A little distracted by Sylvester Stallone.
I am so excited
being
for his
on
show.
Fox News.
I'm so excited for his new show.
What's he pimping?
Tulsa King.
What's
That's
that
on
about?
Paramount Plus. It's a Taylor Sheridan show.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's gonna be good.
He's in a Taylor Sheridan show?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Huh, all right.
Starts next week.
The giblets of the guy to show up on Fox, he's going to get garbage for that from all his fans and from the Hollywood elite.
He's Sylvester Stallone, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Sly,
I mean, that's great.
Sly can do what he wants, man.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
How old is he?
I'm promoting my show Back Off.
Right.
Sly, 74?
76.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around a while. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, Rocky came out in 1975, right? So
yeah, it's mid-70s. Yeah.
The movie of the year in 1975. Didn't it win the Oscar? I think it did.
I think it did, yeah.
Best Picture, I think.
Sylvester Stallone, man.
Right.
That's Sly. You kidding me? That's the
I'm
man.
not kidding you.
Okay.
No, I didn't really say anything about it, so I wasn't kidding.
Man.
Hey, how are the airheads that you've been chomping over here?
Oh, that laugh track Ken gave us?
Yeah, thank you, buddy. He's always sending us candy.
Delicious. Thank you, Ken. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Airhead
Really
extremes.
good. And they are. They're
You
really.
sent a box for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice of them. Thank you.
No, not for everyone.
What do you mean?
There's not one for you. Oh, yes, they are
What
for
do you
'cause
mean?
Mine's over
Keith's
here.
got his.
There's 3 boxes.
Are you kidding me?
You're going to have to get up and get them yourself, unfortunately.
I don't necessarily want to do that, but I will say this, Ken, and I appreciate you sending the airheads, but
Yeah, but
But what?
I mean, in the future, if you're going to send some candy,
Oh, no, don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't.
you don't like
Send
airheads. Is that what
something
you're
that-
saying?
send
I
something-
do.
send something
I love
we like.
airheads,
Yeah, me
Ken. So
too.
thank you
it's
very
not
much.
about what you like.
Thank
Send
you.
It's about
something that
what-
we like.
So send me meat. I want a side of beef to arrive in the mail.
Actually, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hold on. Let's say that. Ken, send us beef. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You got to see this video of Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, I want to. So we have maybe a little time here. We're needing a contestant
Yeah, we need a contestant bad.
in the DFW
Dallas.
Metroplex
Come
here.
on, Dallas.
So Justin Trudeau got his COVID booster shot yesterday, and of course he's still filming this stuff and
This
making
is
a
insane.
big deal out of it.
Yeah.
So stupid. Here it is.
Okay. So he's already gotten the shot. We're to believe. Yeah, take a Tylenol.
Are they speaking French?
No.
All right. Well, pleasure meeting you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
watch this. Got the masks on, right? Now watch
So he
this.
stands up.
Okay, we're done, right? Get my coat on here. Okay. All right, we're done. All right, let's take the masks off. Yeah, you can take your mask off now.
Right, because now he's been boosted.
But
There's
now look,
no chance he
Look
can
at this.
get
He
it.
knows he's still being recorded. He doesn't care. He's over here to talk now. This is the stupidest thing.
So I'm really happy to have gotten my booster shot for COVID today.
What's the
it's
point of that?
really
Right?
important we all keep up to date as the weather's getting colder, as
And this is the
we know
dumbest
flu
thing
season's
ever.
kicking in.
Well, he's dumb.
He is so bad. They just don't even care.
No.
What was the whole point of the match? Maybe the booster takes effect so quickly that he was instantly protected. He's like, oh, I can take this damn thing off now.
Yeah. And here's the thing. You know you are protected once you've gotten the booster.
Thank you.
You're protected
Thank
at
you.
the
Absolutely.
same level
Absolutely.
of anybody else who hasn't gotten the
But
booster.
it should
so
be.
that's really
we
good
should make
protection.
it clear that you only
Yeah.
need to get the shot in the booster if you're out of the SPF cream stuff that we
Oh,
discussed
thank you.
earlier.
Thank you for that reminder.
You can just slather that on all day and you're fine.
Yes. Well, it's in fact the SPF is much more effective at preventing COVID than the booster or the vaccine itself.
So I mean, we're tied.
We're tied.
And we're tied at
No
the
Dallas,
end of, at the end of the third quarter.
Crap.
Right, we go back to the end of the third quarter.
We
Makes it tied.
gotta go back all the
or
way.
we flip the coin.
All the way to the end of the
First quarter. What was the
first
score at the end
quarter.
of the first quarter?
2-1.
2-1 Dallas, which
Oh, boy.
probably is going to happen, or we flip the coin because it's tied after the third quarter. I mean, that's
But
the
we
end of
flip the
game.
coin in overtime, right? Isn't that where we do that?
The rules are
Overtime is when it's tied.
Mm-hmm.
And it is tied.
It is tied.
No.
Right.
We've never just flipped a coin because it was tied after 3 quarters.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Because
always
I don't
after the
bel-
full game.
I don't believe that. Well, that is the full game. After the third quarter is the third.
Oh.
If you get rid of the fourth quarter, that means after the third quarter is the full game. That's where we call the game.
And it's tied after the third.
Correct.
So you'd have to go back to the end of the first quarter.
Okay, here's a
where
trivia
Dallas
question for you.
wins 2-1.
Who has a coin?
Pat does.
Oh,
believe I do.
okay. So what are we gonna do? Heads or tails? We gotta do
Pat
this quick.
does.
Gotta do it quick. Oh,
Are we going to do it now? All
Okay.
right, here we go. Should I let it drop? I'm just going to let it drop.
Home team
well,
is
you
heads.
gotta say home team
is
says- okay.
heads.
Oh, look at that.
So the Packers are heads.
Home team is heads.
Can we zoom
Home
in?
team
at
is
all?
heads. And it is tails.
Cowboys win.
Dallas Cowboys win.
Cowboys win.
Cowboys win. So we'll see you on overtime. Have a great weekend. Be back here Monday for Unleashed.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.